Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Had a Kekkai Genkai. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie. And before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Jimmy DeSetais for suggesting this idea. Now, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Kind of pray for me that I will be successful in this one. Now enough about this. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins right after the end of the 3rd grade shinobi war, as now we go towards Konohagakure, the apartment complex. Inside one particular apartment, while the rest of the village and its allies were busy celebrating their victory, we go there to see two souls were seated there, and in front of them was an array of seals, a lot of them. As these two were none other than Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, as both of them were madly in love with each other and with Fuinjutsu as well, and that is why they were currently there, busy with their pet project, who they now could focus on completely since they were given a few months off as a vacation. As now we see, Minato then broke the silence. You see, Kushina, we are this close to making it into a reality. Yes, not Minato-kun, but you know that we need a child for this, right? To work. As Minato blushed. So, how about we make one? As Kushina then smirked. Are you proposing to me? Yes, what if I am? Are you serious? Said Kushina, getting serious. Yes. As Minato, after gathering his thoughts, bent down on a knee and proposed to her. Obviously, she accepted because she was in love with this goofball from a long time. As now it was official, and now we have a time skip of 8 months later. It was 1 month before when their pet project was completed, and Minato was also now working as the current Hokage, which was the 4th Hokage of the village. And he was just getting off of his work, as now we see him returning back with a tired expression over his face. I'm back, said Minato, as Kushina greeted him with a smile until her smile fell, replaced with a frown. Why do you look tired? Something happened? I'll tell you. As now we see, after drinking some green tea and freshening up, both of them sat down. How was your day, Kushina? Everything is going great. I went and got a checkup, and the doctor says everything is going fine. And our pet project is also working fine as well. It's good to know. Now, tell me about you, Minato, said Kushina curiously, as Minato frowned again. It's just Fugaku. He has been hell-bent that it is he who should be the Kage, not me. I mean, I didn't even had a say in this. It was the elders and the civilians who chose me as their leader, like the tradition that has been going on since the beginning of this village. I don't get it why he's so salty. I mean, he was my friend. That prick. He was never anyone's friend. Fugaku and the Uchihas have always been in the best of interest for themselves, if nothing else. But they have been with the village for so far because it is in their interest. Can't you see? They want to rule over the village. They want to be on the top. You, hailing from no clan, have come out on top, Minato, even above them, and that is something that has bruised their ego way too much. Whatever it is, I'm just getting tired and sick of it. In each and every meeting, we have to discuss about the village and the other villages and how to protect our village against if any other war break out or any other threat. But he's just hell-bent on saying the same words again and again and again. It's getting on my nerves nowadays. Tell me when is an Uchiha not getting on anyone's nerves? As after that, we see Kushina saw that Minato was getting more serious as he clenched his fist. He was seriously pissed about this. He was chosen by the people, goddammit, and not Fugaku. What was not there to understand? If he wanted to be the Kage, he should have done some good deed instead of being on the back of the front lines. Only one Uchiha was good, his student Obito. He was an unfortunate outcast in the Uchihas, so Minato took him in as a genin. And let's just say Obito's talent bloomed until in the third grade Shinobi War a tragedy struck and he passed away. They went back to look for his body multiple times. Even Kakashi is still out looking for him even within his missions, but to no avail. They couldn't find him, as if his body was vanished. Minato and Kakashi had doubts that Uchihas have taken his body, but they were hell-bent on denying the fact that they ever did. And to add the fuel to the fire, it was that Obito has given his Sharingan to Kakashi, which has hurted Uchihas even more, since he was more proficient in using it than any of their Genins so far. And they were hell-bent and crying babies to get that back, but to no avail. Since it was a gift, Minato has confirmed that, and so had at the time his other student Rin, who unfortunately also passed away a few months later after that incident. But it was all in the past now. A few days now, he was going to be whole again, hopefully. His son was going to be born. His son, Naruto Namikaze Uzumaki. As this was going on in Konoha, we go towards the outskirts, where we see a masked person wearing a blue robe, entering a huge cave where we see a huge fox resting, until two blood-red eyes with black slits within them opened, glaring at the person in front of him. "What do you want from me, Madara? Do you wish for gain control again on me? You have to try harder than that. You think that I'm here to take control of you? Then you're mistaken." As instantly the Sharingan blared from behind the mask, and let's just say, Kyuubi's eyes widened for a bit, until it all turned blank for it. When Kyuubi's eyes awoken, it was standing in a village, chained, and the village was smoking. Screams could be heard, until he noticed where he was. It was Konoha. In front of him was a man who was using the Hakkai Fuyin, the seal of the Uzumaki, which was forbidden to be ever used. And he was the one who was going to be sealed in an infant child. The Kyuubi knew that he was manipulated, but he knew that at the time the people wouldn't believe it. So he looked at Kushina. Kushina paused for a bit, looking at its expression, until Kushina then said, "I will hear your explanation later." As Kyuubi did nothing but bow and accept, and was now sealed inside the infant child. As now we see, Minato fell down to the ground, as his wife Kushina dashed towards him, still a little bit tired because of use of excessive chakra, and not only that, for also using her adamantium chains just after giving birth. As now we see, she was with one hand holding on to her child, with on the other hand she was holding on to her dying husband. "Minato-kun, wait, we'll get medics. Hiruzen-sama, get some medics here." "No, I made a deal with Shinigami. It's of no use. My soul is its property now. Just promise me one thing, Kushina. Hiruzen-sama, protect my son. He is the hero of this village." As now we see, both of them nodded, as Kushina's tears welled up in her eyes and began to fall down. Her husband was no more. While on the other side, we see that the Uchiha removed his mask, as many of the Uchiha stood behind him. So, what happened? It failed, as the Uchiha revealed to be none other than Fugaku himself, that was standing there. As, with a smirk on his face, he then said, "But I did a good thing. Namikaze is out of the picture, meaning all we have to do is now wait. You guys did your part, right? Yes, Konoha has weakened. It is time for us, the new leaders, the superior ones, to rise and show them how the Sharingan and the Uchiha clan is the elite and the most prestigious clan in this whole shithole of a village, and they are dependent upon us." As now we see, Fugaku and the others walked back to their clan compound, merging themselves back in, replacing themselves with their clones. As after half an hour later, Hiruzen Sarutobi called for a council meeting, as Fugaku walked in with confidence, but was instantly shocked to see, instead of Hiruzen sitting there in the Hokage office chair, where the Kage was seated, it was Kushina. "What do you think you're doing, Kushina? I get it that your husband was the Kage, but what makes you think that you have any right to sit in this position without anyone nominating you as the current Kage? as there was a silence in the whole council chamber. As Fugaku's Merton said, this is a certain disrespect, and you need to pay for your crimes. Said who? You are talking to your current Kage, Fugaku. Said Hiyashi Yuga as he stood up. We as the council have chosen her. But we know you were going to deny that fact, so we voted you out as a nay. And you're the only vote here that declines. What? Yes, even the civilians, the elders, everyone has agreed that Kushina, after Minato, was the strongest, second to Tsunade in the whole world, in Konoichi's. So, she has the right to be the Kage, because we have chosen her to be. But she's a woman, and in the history of Konoha, there hasn't been a single... Well, there has been now, said Kushina. Talking about me being a woman, what are you? Are you sure that you are a man, Fugaku? What do you mean by that? Said Fugaku. I didn't see you there. Heck, even Inuzuka was there. But you weren't. All of the clan heads, all of the soldiers, Konoichis, Anbus, both men and women were fighting, even died protecting the civilians. Heck, even civilian women were out there on the field trying to save their child. What were you doing? What were the Uchihas doing? Because I'm damn as hell sure I didn't see a single Uchiha out there in the field. We were protecting the other side. Other side from what? From air? Because I'm damn as hell sure there was no one going to that side. There was no invasion. Nonsense. The Uchihas were out there in the field. They weren't. Said the civilians. We were out there, Fugaku. We were out there, saw it with our own eyes. Two of the Uchihas ran back out of the shop who were dining there. They were scared for their own lives. They even threw the children in the bath of the Biju to get themselves to safety. Such honorable clan you are, the elite clan. Shut your trap, civilian. You have no right to say this to us. The clan who originated, the only one who agreed to this was Madara. Your clan was insolent from the start, has always been. Because of you, Konoha has suffered more casualties than even its enemies, said Kushina. You think we will let this slide? You will go against the Uchihas. Then we will all stand with her, said Nara Shikaku. As one by one each and every clan has stood. Then the elders did, and even Hiruzen did. And then, surprisingly, even the civilians did. You and your clan have done nothing. It proves to show that you only care about yourself, Fugaku. And yet you complain that you were not made a Kage, throwing a fit like a sissy girl. Are you sure that you are even a man? Because I'm as hell as sure that you're not. Minato was much more of a man than ever you could be in this life and the life after your life. As with these words, Fugaku snarled, and he then said, this is not over. I will get what I want, and I will make them see that it was a mistake to make you the Kage. Try what you wish to try, but in the end you will always fail. As now we see Fugaku stormed out of the council room, as everyone calmed down. I can't believe that bastard. Why are we even putting up with them? We are putting up with them, said Danzo, answering Hiyashi's question, as he then said, because of our sensei. He has said to tolerate the Uchihas and their behavior because they are useful in the growth of this village, but so far they have been nothing more than a tumor, causing its death bit by bit, said Hiruzen. I agree with you, but we have to give them a chance. Otherwise, we will be the one who will be ruled as the most evil ones in the whole elemental nation who went ahead and killed a clan, a minority. Can't we do anything about that? I'm sorry, Kushina, but we can't. All we can do is hope for the best, and we'll help you out, kiddo, said the elder, as the other ones as well. You don't have to worry about anything, said Hiruzen. We will be there for you, Kushina, help you out, and prove them wrong. Hopefully they will turn towards you. As now on the other side we go towards the Uchiha compound, as Fugaku was throwing a sissy fit and telling to the Uchihas what has happened, as Mikoto and Itachi were on the other side with an infant child of their own, Sasuke. As Itachi was crying because of what was going on with his family, as Mikoto knew that she could not meet her best friend for a long time. You see, Mikoto and Kushina were childhood friends, but with a secret. They could not allow it to be known to the others, and that is why they played as rivals in the academy when they joined. But after Fugaku married Mikoto, he forbade her after finding out that she had a relation with Kushina of a friendship. As now we see, years passed, and Naruto was being raised by his mother. He was even loved by the people, the civilians. Since Danzo was on the side of Kushina, he did not reveal to the people who the Jinchuriki was. And even if any of the shinobis and civilians found out by chance, let's just say they keep it to heart, knowing that the kid they have grown to love and know wouldn't do anything. He was not the monster, and he was just a scroll holding on to a kunai. The Uchihas, on the other hand, they began to show their true colors. As the year progressed, their arrogance grew, and so did their ego. They even began to taunt and hurt the civilians, and even steal from them openly. The Hokage obviously got tired of it and even banned the Uchihas, and even moved them to the outskirts, further causing their egos to be bruised, and for them to move from the center heart to the outskirts. They were offended greatly, to the point where now we see Itachi, the 16-year-old youth, after having a fight with his father, dashing away, only to come to an apartment door. As he knocked on it, it was opened by Kushina, as she was shocked to see Itachi there. Itachi, what happened? As tears fell from his eyes, they killed Shisui. What? Come inside. As now we see, Itachi was sitting there with a traumatized expression on his face, and his godmother, Kushina, was shocked. What happened? They killed him after finding out that he was a spy. But he wasn't. I know. He was my friend. Turns out somebody saw me giving you the information that night, and since I was covered, I retreated back. It was one of the Uchiha elders, and turns out it was actually Shisui who said that it was him who was doing so. Since he was an orphan and had nothing to lose, he was killed. As his eyes were still weeping, and even blood was coming out of them, and Kushina became scared until she saw the eyes morphed into a different one. He gave me his eyes. What do I do with them? As Kushina first placed them in a jar, and then she said, I know a thing. In the history of the Uchihas, there has been only one kind of Uchiha to me, Mikoto, and after that it was you. You see, your eyes are Mangekyo. I know that much, Obasan. I know about the eternal form of them as well. My father, he killed his brother to achieve eternal Mangekyo. And he wishes for me to do the same. If I don't, then Sasuke will do this to me. Oh my god, how could he do this to his own family? Family be damned, he doesn't care about anything except for his agenda and goal, which is to make Uchihas the supreme in this whole world. To make everyone know that the Sharingan is the best jutsu out there and they are the elite, the supreme. Heck, even gods if they call themselves. With audacity, said Itachi with a grit on his face. Obasan, I have a proposition for you. What? What do you mean? I hold on to them. It was Shisui who, I know he gave those to me, but I think they are not for me. Obasan, I have been keeping a secret. Actually, Shisui and Naruto, they were close, and it was Shisui who taught him the Sanshin technique. What? I thought I remembered that technique from somewhere. Never knew it was Shisui's. Yes, he gave those eyes to me to hand those over to Naruto. But why? As Kushina's eyes went in realization what Itachi was getting at. No, you can't mean that. Yes. What are you gonna do? Itachi, I'm gonna continue to be a spy. I can't let his sacrifice go to waste. In his dying moments, he made me promise that I will restore faith in our clan once more. even if it means the end of our clan. The people's faith in the Uchihas will be restored. And that is all I'm gonna do now. That is my only goal, Pachan. I see, but are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? My mother is already dead. I'm sure I will. What? What do you mean Mikoto is dead? I saw her. What you saw was nothing more than a controlled vessel. Her soul was killed from within with a genjutsu, a forbidden one from the Uchiha's ancient times. Oh my god. Who did this? My brother Sasuke. As this even shocked Kushina to the point that she fell back down on her couch. How could he do this to... I know. I was on a mission away once I found out about this. It was disgusting. You know, I used to love him. He was my whole world. But now, he's the most hideous thing that I see in this world. But unfortunately, I can't bear myself to kill him with my own hands. Like I can't with my clan. But one day I will get my courage back. And once I do, I will finish it all. Are you sure you will do this, Itachi? Because if you won't, then I will as hell as sure do. Of course I will. As after that we see Itachi got up and began to leave. It was night time in the Uchiha compound as Itachi returned back, only to be stabbed in the back. Once he turned, he saw who it was. It was his mother, or a doll who looked like his mother, as he fell down. And from behind them walked out Sasuke. You think I wouldn't have noticed what you are doing, Itachi? Going behind father and the clan's back. To them, we are elite, brother. I looked up to you. How could you do this? It seems you have chosen your side, son. Like your mother, you too will die. You don't care about anything, Fugaku. You only care about yourself. If Sasuke lost his usefulness to you, you will kill him without a heartbeat. And Sasuke knows about that. And he makes sure that he is useful. Much more than you. It seems it is time to harvest your brother's eyes, Sasuke. Do not disappoint. What makes you think that I will let you have my eyes? As with a single hand seal, Itachi burned down his eyes to a crisp. And so did his mother's. As he began to laugh, his eyes bleed out. You see, Fugaku, in the end, it is me who won, not you. And remember this, one day, you will be the one to suffer what you have done to this clan, to my mother, and to my family. By the hands of whom we of the Uchihas will be the supreme, always have been, destined to be, and Sasuke will be their leader. My son will fulfill what I couldn't. He will overthrow Konoha and make sure that Yellow Flash's kid die a gruesome death. And that will mark the beginning of our vengeance on Konoha and on the Namikaze family. You only wish. You don't even know how strong that kid is. And in the next morning, let's just say, Kushina became worried because Itachi hadn't come. And soon after that, 1 month passed. Turns out from a spy, it was found out that 2 funerals were held inside the Uchiha compound, but their bodies were not buried. They were burned to a crisp, not leaving even a bit of ashes of them in the face of the earth. Turns out both of them were Mikoto and Itachi, who were killed at the hands of their own clan, their own family, their own brother and father. Kushina was pissed, but she couldn't do anything because she had no solid proof. All she could do was focus on Naruto's, teachings. On the other hand, talking about Naruto finally, Naruto was able to make not only peace and friends with Kurama, the Nine-Tails, but also he was able to become what everyone called him, a genius prodigy. But more than that, he was now tinkering with the eyes of Uchiha that he has gotten, the eyes of his brother. He would honor his brother's wishes. He would honor them by merging them together into one eye and replacing his one eye as that eye, because he has found out the truth about this eye from his friend Kurama, that this eye will help him in the future, and henceforth he was gonna do this. And after working hard day and night, at the age of 9, we see that Naruto was successful, and he was able to merge both of the eyes of Shisui into one, making it an eternal Mangekyo of its own right, a strong one, with even the capabilities of enhancing it into the Rinnegan. As Naruto now did something. It will not hurt, kid. Let me do this. As Naruto gave his body control to Kurama and woke up the next morning with a bandage over his eye, his original eye was now in front of him in the jar. Ugh, it's still disgusting to see your own eye, you know, and quite scary. I know, I get it, kid. Now take off the blindfold. As Naruto was quite worried, are you sure that it will work? It has to. As now we see Naruto take off the blindfold, only to see that his eye was replaced and looked the same. How can this be? There's not a single difference. Are you sure it is the Sharingan? The iris changed to match your DNA. I made sure that the Sharingan wouldn't have any negative effect over your body like your Nissan. My god, you're a genius, Kurama. Really, I can help now Itachi Nissan out as well. I knew you would say that. Who knew you would even far advance your father and mother? I'm seriously proud of you, kid. So am I. But I haven't heard from Itachi as well for quite a long time. I guess it's something that your mother is hiding from you, isn't it? She's been acting weird and has been sorrowful. And she has been drinking, which means that something must have happened. I need to find out what. But before he could continue on with anything, he heard a knock on the door. Naruto? It's me, your Kachan. Can I come in? Oh, yes, come in. As now we see, Naruto was sitting right next to his mother. As Kushina looked around her son's room, which was filled out with paper after paper, on them were scribbles of seals as well as some writings and kanjis, which indicated that Naruto was just like them, hardworking, and had a huge compassion for seals, his heritage in Fuinjutsus. And now she came to break the silence. Listen to me, Naruto. You see, you have noticed that for a few months Itachi hasn't come by once, right? Yes, something must have happened to him, something bad. Yes, something did happen. His own family killed him and your Obasan. Naruto was shocked. His own family, his father and his little brother, yes. Oh my god. How could they do this to him? This is the real cruel reality of the Uchiha's, kid. They would do anything, even to their own beloveds ones, or as they claim them to be, for their own gains. I will crush them for this. You wouldn't, son. What? What do you mean you wouldn't? I will. As Naruto's eye, one of it, blared to life, as 3 tomos appeared in front of Kushina as she was shocked. You experimented with the eyes. I told you not to do so. Oh, I did, Kachan. I did experiment. It became successful. They will pay. Enough about this. We'll talk about this later, Naruto, said Kushina. Naruto now knew better than anyone to not argue with his mother, so he fell quiet. But no buts, mister. We will talk about this later. But now, there's another matter that you need to attend to with me. What? You've forgotten, haven't you? It's your friend's, Hinata's birthday. What? Oh, shit! Naruto said, his anger subsiding for a bit, as he was now scared more than angry, because he knew that Hinata may be a sweet and innocent girl, even to him, but when she got angry, well, there was a sinister side to her. So, yeah, to not face that, he went to buy some cake, as well as some cinnamon buns from the bakery, the one she liked. As now we see Naruto arrive back at the house and got prepared. In the night time, both mother and son, the Kage and her prodigal son, arrived at the Hyuga compound. And surprisingly at the time, even if Kushina didn't want to agree, the delegate from Kumo had arrived and they were there for a peace treaty. And let's just say, the Uchihas were the one, alongside many of the others, to agree with them, but the Uchihas were way ahead of everyone. Something was fishy here. She could see it, so could many others. But for now, they were silent. They haven't given a few days for an answer, and for that long of a time, they were going to remain here. And since they were also important guests, they were invited by Hiyashi as well. And now we see Naruto celebrated Hinata's birthday and even gave her gifts and was somewhat safe from fearing her wrath. And it was getting late in night. Now, after 3 hours of the birthday party, we see at 11 p.m. she got tired and wanted to retire. So Naruto offered that he would be taking her back to her room, and once he arrived there, he bid goodbye to Hinata. As he was returning, he noticed something. Something was off. There used to be 2 guards at her gates. Now there wasn't any of them. He dashed back instantly, and to his surprise, his hunch was correct. Hinata's window was opened, and there were some signs of struggle as well. Naruto instantly began to panic. Kid, calm down. I'll heighten your senses, like we practiced. As Naruto's senses heightened, his nose, his eyes, he could even see the scent and the pathway where it led. It's Hinata's. I'm going that way, Kurama. Instead of running, kid, use that genkai. I'm not that efficient in it. Just use it. As Naruto then got into a stance and literally blitzed so fast that the ground shattered. As now we see, he disappeared. He couldn't be seen until he appeared on the other side. He disappeared again after jumping and appeared on the other side. Just like that, appearing and disappearing like he was teleporting, he appeared where the scent ended. And instantly he saw 3 men, which were not from Konoha, had Kumo headband there, and they had a bag. Naruto didn't even give them a chance as his hands grew with the help of Kurama's chakra into claws and literally shredded through them as he landed on his feet, as one of them was literally cut in half. As the other 2 were shocked, Naruto instantly disappeared, arriving at top of the head and cracking the neck so hard that the face twisted upwards. And the last one was just downright shocked. As Naruto jumped up at him, with his claws extended, he slammed one by one in his neck, killing him the most brutalist way because he threw Hinata down. As now we see, the Kumo delegate was dead, and Naruto was standing there. Damn it, kid! You know what you have done? What have I done? You have just caused a great catastrophe to happen. They were invited by the Hyugas, and there might be a war because of this. Oh no. What should I do? It is dangerous, but I think with your Genkai it is possible. What is possible? You go through time and space, Naruto. You teleport, right? Yeah, it is the 3.0 version of Harishin that my father and mother were working upon. Yes. What I'm trying to say is you went through time and space itself. What if you went backwards? Backwards? Yes, just focus. Reverse yourself. As Naruto focused, the first time he failed. The second time he tried, he disappeared. And once he appeared, he found himself back on a tree where he noticed the trail ended. And he saw that the Kumo delegate was alive. Instead of killing them this time, Naruto literally just knocked them out and tied them up and rescued Hinata. Thanks, Kurama. It was all you, kid. I just had a hunch that you might be able to achieve this, since you are able to achieve to go through time and space on your own without any projectile. As Naruto was happy that his 3.0 Harishin not only allowed him to teleport through space and time, but also go back and into the future perhaps as well. Maybe, but now is not the time. As Naruto calmed her down, as Hinata was hugging her, that is when Naruto heard rustling in the bushes. He got alert, and that is when he saw his mother and the others arrive there. And they were shocked to see that the Kumo delegate was there as well, but they were tied. And Naruto was there as well, and he had Hinata in his arms, and she was coming out of a bag. It was them, wasn't it, Naruto? Said Hiruzen, breaking the silence after they arrived at the scene. Yeah, I noticed something was off, Gigi. Once I said goodbye to Hinata, I was returning back to the party. But I saw something off. And I certainly went back because I had a bad feeling. What did you see off? Said Hiyashi. There were supposed to be 2 cards there, but there was none there at the time. We found their dead bodies hiding in the basement. I see. Thank you for noticing something was off, Naruto. Now we'll be taking care of this matter. Wait. What do you mean, wait, Naruto? Said Kushina. They need to pay for their crimes. I know, mother, that you and now even you, Hyuga-sama, have hatred for them. But this is Kumo's way for looking for trouble with Konoha. They want a war, and what if this is what they wanted? When you look at that, Naruto has a point, said Koharu, as Danzo, who was also there, nodded. The kid is right. We have to think about this critically before giving them a death sentence. I know that how you feel about this, both you, Kushina, and you as well, Hiyashi, but we need to think about this carefully. As everyone then agreed, and Naruto was taken home, as now we see Kushina left alone there, as she went to the council meeting. You know what, Naruto-kun? What is it, Kachan? What you did today? Even if I hate Kumo, I'm proud of you. I would have done something on a bad impulse because of my past, but you remain just like your father, and gave out the most logical reasoning behind your deeds. I'm proud of you, son. As Naruto blushed and hid his face in the blanket. Jeez, Mom, I'm a grown-up kid now. Don't say that embarrassing stuff. Oh, I will, as much as I want. As now we see that with the real Kushina inside the council chamber. This meeting is in session, but Fugaku-sama isn't. Fugaku can go fuck himself. He doesn't care. As now we see that the meeting was now in session without the Uchiha, because recently they have been not coming to the meeting deliberately and have been coming late. So better start without them then, because they don't seem to care about anything aside from themselves. As now we see Kushina then began. First of all, I would like to address, how would an outsider know with such detail where her room was? That is something that I noticed. Something, you mean to say that someone was from working within the clan? No, someone from within the village who was close to the Hyugas before, the Uchihas. They were next by, our neighbors. I see. So they knew where the rooms are and the layout. Pretty much, yeah. They knew about the layout somewhat. But why would you think they would do that? Think about it. They were not present at the party. They declined your invitation, and not only that, they had us murked, remember? You said so yourself, Nisan, said Hizashi, who stood up there and spoke because he was also part of the Yuga clan and was allowed to take a seat there in the council. You're right, Hizashi. Me and Hizashi went to give him the invitation since it was an obligation as a clan head. And that is what they did. Something is not right here. All the fingers are pointing towards the Uchihas. What proof more than we need, Kushina? We need to do something about them. And fast. You're right. But unfortunately we can't right now. What? What do you mean? This is not solid proof enough. Mikoto, Itachi, and even Shisui, and now they were targeting the other clans. What more do you need, Kushina? We need proper proof. As that is when we see an interrogation department head came in. It was Inuichi himself. Sorry for being late. Just walked through their minds and found something interesting that you would like to know about. Enlighten us, please. Inuichi. Turns out it was an Uchiha who gave the intel. I knew it! As everyone instantly was shocked. And it was Fugaku himself. That motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him. I mean, he's gonna pay for what he has done, Kushina. And you're not gonna even stop me, cause I'm not gonna listen. Calm down, everyone. Now's not the time. We will. Moving on aside from this, we also have Kumo to deal with. Said Hiruzen himself, breaking out the conversation that was going on. Hiruzen-sama is right. We have to deal with them as well. What are we gonna do with them, Kushina? We have to have a meeting with them. That is the only way. As now we see a meeting was arranged as A arrived there. Well, I never knew about any of this. I never even sent it a delegation. But the documents that you have shown me, they have my hand signs. Best be sure that I will go back and search who did this behind my back. It seems I need to clean out my council. A lot of them. Please do so. Your people have a way of treading at wrong places at the wrong time, it seems, eh? Now I know that you are mad about what has happened in the past, Kushina, and now as well. I deeply apologize to you, Hyuga-sama, but please, I assure you that I have nothing to do with this, and would like to offer our now genuine peace treaty. We will consider this. Thank you very much, Raikage-sama. But please be sure that the justice is served. You have my word, and that is all I can say. And as compensation, Konomichi will be moved here. Her name is Samui. She was an orphan in Kumo, and is treated like an outcast. So I beg of you, as both compensation and a favor to me, and to Kumo, please keep her safe here. That is something we can do, and we'll open our arms for her, and hopefully for this street tree as well of peace. You have my word. As now we see, the real talk between Kumo and Konoha even got the attention of Kiri, who wanted to join in, and soon within mere months, Kushina became popular within not only Konoha but in the Land of Fire, and even the minor villages began to know her name and about her son. The Uchihas became so much jealous that they were burning with rage and jealousy. So much that they kidnapped not only Naruto but the other kids from both the clans as well as from the civilian clans. As now we see, Naruto, who had a good relation with Samui and the other, and a few of the girls, was there, and Sasuke walked in. These are the kids, aren't they? Yes, Sasuke-sama. Should have known it was an Uchiha. Shut up, punk. I'll take great pleasure in killing you like it did to Itachi and the others. So it really was you, wasn't it? Yes. You see I am an Uchiha, an elite, and we elite don't need any weaklings amongst us. And you are just liabilities. We will erase you and create new ones. New and stronger and more loyal pet dogs for me to manipulate and control, because I will be the king. So bow down to me now for those who wish an easy death or to be my playthings, he said while licking his lips, looking at the girls who were disgusted by him. As Naruto then said enough, as he got up only to be punched in the face by a guard. Silence down, mortal. You and your father were no clanless bastards, and the Uzumakis were just an outsider. What makes you think that we ever wanted you on our side? As Naruto then said something, because I have this. As Naruto's eyes turned red with slits, and instantly the Yugas felt fear, because they realized what chakra this was. This was the chakra of the Nine Tails, as instantly Naruto transformed into the impure form of Kyuubi. Filled with rage, Sasuke and his goon screams could be heard throughout the whole elemental nation, so much that the Uchihas became afraid. They were on the other side negotiating with the families to turn towards them until they fell to the Kyuubi's chakra. Instantly the people smirked, knowing that Naruto was doing something, until they saw a huge Susanoo rise, which was complete white, and inside of it was Kyuubi. Kyuubi with a golden chakra. In the centerpiece, mounted on top of the head of this Kyuubi-fied Susanoo, was Naruto. As his eye, one of it was transformed into a Rinnegan, while the other one was glowing yellow with a slit in it. As Naruto's body was brimming with power, as he unsheathed his both katanas and pointed towards Fugaku, who was sitting inside the council chamber now sweating. Fugaku Uchiha and the Uchihas, if you surrender now, you will have a less painless death than your son. And if you don't, I will erase you from this history. And how would you do that? By doing this. As instantly Naruto appeared in front of him, in a miniature form, his Susanoo half activated and literally slammed him against walls until his body was smeared into nothing more. And the war with the Uchihas began. A civil war. The Uchihas fought a lost battle, and they lost. They were killed, hunted down like mammals. Not even anyone was saved. As Naruto now stood there covered in blood, victor of Konoha, savior of Konoha, as everyone cheered for him. While this was going on, the other nations got a wind of what has happened and also arrived there, and congratulated Naruto for doing so. But something weird happened to Naruto. In both of his palms, a sun and a moon seal appeared. And, let's just say, Jiraiya appeared with the news that this seal indicated that Naruto was the child of prophecy, who was prophesied to guide them to safety and peace, being the new sage of the sixth path. And as for the Akatsuki, they were the good ones. They were taking out the trash, doing the Kami's bidding on the outskirts, led by none other than Obito Uchiha and his followers Pain and Konan and some of the others who were strays. Even Zabuza and Haku were with them, as they were helping out those who were in need. After Naruto, it was Akatsuki who were famous there, because let's just say a white-haired goddess appeared in the dream of Obito right before his death, begging for him to save those who she has wronged after being corrupted by the chakra fruit and Shinju. That goddess was none other than Kaguya, and that was now Obito's mission to do so, in hopes of meeting Kakashi one day and punch that bastard in the face for ever doubting that he killed Rin on his own. Because you see, he was able to break through Madara's genjutsu and was able to see what truly happened. How Rin was the one who jumped, and before she passed out she said something that he wanted to hear for a long time, that she loved Obito. He wanted to commit suicide after that, but she met him on the other side and slapped him, sending his soul back to the reality, saying that he should live his life before he comes to meet her. She will be waiting there. And as for Kakashi, that bastard was just moping like a sissy kid. So he had to punch that bastard in the face like Rin did to him to bring him out of it. And that was what he was hoping to do one day. But right now, he had another job to do, and that was to make sure that everyone was really at peace, not just a major continent. And the Akatsuki was gonna make sure that it goes both ways. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. And yeah, maybe I'll make a short story for tomorrow today, because I have to make a short movie as well for tomorrow. So yeah, what I'm saying is that I will be making only 2 short movies, including this one that will be uploaded today and tomorrow, and only 1 short story which will be uploaded tomorrow as well. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe and follow both of my channels. The link will be in the description or in the I button in the video. Now, in the beginning of this video. Now, this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.